Hey, how's it going? I'm Josh from 91 Tech, and today we're going to be going over why you shouldn't buy the iPhone 5S. So you may have seen my iPhone 5S review for iOS 11 that came out a week ago, but if you haven't, essentially this is still a very solid phone. It's worth the price that it costs, but there is a better option. In this video, we're going to be talking specifically about whether or not you should buy it, and as I said, my answer is probably not. For those with or planning on getting an iPhone 5S, before you dislike or get angry at me, at least hear out my reasoning. This is just one opinion, obviously. Straight up, if you're on a tight budget, then this phone is a great option. If you only have maybe $200 to spend, then this phone will do you just fine, with it usually being around $100 on eBay. But if you have a bit more money than that, and you can spend it, then I would take a pass on the 5S. It is a good phone right now, and the price is hard to argue with, but I do have my reasons. Before I get to those, I'm not saying that if you have a 5S you actually need to upgrade, because you really don't. You'll probably be fine for at least another year, as the phone is at the moment fully supported and runs decently well. There have been a lot of complaints with iOS 11, but as I covered in my last video, it's totally livable, honestly. It's not that bad. But if you're in the market for a new smartphone, this isn't the one for you, and there's really only one major reason why, and that reason is because the iPhone SE exists. Some of you probably saw this a mile away, but it's true all the same. The iPhone SE, released in early 2016, has much better specifications, with an A9 processor and 2 GB of RAM, as well as a much better 12 megapixel camera that can shoot 4K. It's easily, without a doubt, the best small phone you can buy, and without a doubt it's the one I'd recommend to anybody who doesn't have a ton of money to burn on, say, the iPhone 6s or 7. It's the best small phone, as I said, and it is small with a 4-inch screen, but to be honest, I mean, it's the same size as the 5S, so if you were gonna get the 5S anyway, then getting the SE shouldn't be like too big of a deal. Design wise, both phones are very similar, but again, it's what's on the inside that really counts. The speed on the SE is crazy fast in comparison to the 5S, and in everyday use you'll experience much less frustration with it, especially if you're on iOS 11. Having double the RAM makes all the difference. The iPhone SE is comparable with even modern Androids speed-wise, despite it having 2-year-old hardware. It's on par with the iPhone 6s for pretty much everything, and honestly, it's a great phone. Let's look at this price-wise. On eBay.com, the iPhone 5S averages at around $100, which is, again, a good deal. However, you can pretty easily find the SE for only about $200, which is absolutely crazy. Going with the SE, you will get way better performance, that much better of a camera, and best of all, support. The phone will likely receive both iOS 12 and 13, which is more than I can say for the iPhone 5S. Once iOS 12 comes out, I'm afraid that phone will be going the way of the iPhone 5 and 5C, in the sense that it'll be stuck on the old firmware. If you're okay with that, and you just need a really solid budget phone, then I mean, I guess the 5S will do you just fine. But please, just consider spending a little bit more money for the SE. You won't regret it. If you want to, you can buy the iPhone SE new from Apple for about $350, but I'd really recommend getting it used, as you can get a much better deal, at least here in North America. Craigslist, eBay, I'm sure you can find one for, $200, $250, depending on what storage option you want. It's just better in every way, and that's really all I have to say, to be honest. When it comes down to it, the SE is basically the perfection of the 5S, which was an improvement over the iPhone 5. If you're okay with getting a smallish screen, which you probably are if you're in the market for a 5S, I can't imagine a better device for you to get. Nothing this small on the Android side can even compare for the price. If you want a bigger phone, then maybe consider upgrading to the iPhone 6s, which isn't too badly priced considering what you get. If you're still on a budget, then the 6 is also not a terrible option, although I'd recommend the 6s over it, but that's a video for another time. So, in quick summary here, don't buy the iPhone 5S, buy the SE. Simple as that. Sorry for the short video, I was planning on having it longer, but there's really no point, there isn't a lot to say. If you want more information about the 5S, the review for that will be in the description down below, and same goes for the iPhone SE. Thank you so much for watching, I really do appreciate it. Give me a follow on Instagram at 91.tech for interesting tech stuff just like this. If this video helped you out, or you just found it interesting, be sure to leave a like to show your support. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all next time.